Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So if you clicked on this video, you're probably looking for some new anime to watch. Well, there is definitely some good news, because the anime in this list will definitely entertain you whenever you watch them. So anyway, let's get on to the video about some really great anime. Starting off, we have Run with the Wind. This anime follows the main character, Kakeru Kurahara, who is unfortunately going through some tough times in his life, and ends up accepting the offer to live with another student that attends his university. He soon after reveals his plans of competing in a prestigious relay race. Only problem is that he needs to make a team out of a bunch of people who aren't that experienced in the sport. Next up, we have K-On! This slice of life anime revolves around a group of high school girls in the Light Music Club who risk having their club disbanded because of the lack of members. That is, until our main character, Yui Hirasawa, shows interest in joining the club. The existing members try everything in their power to convince her to stay in order to keep their club alive. Moving on, we have Yuru Camp. A light-hearted comedy first released in January of 2018 tells the story of Rin Shima and her adventures on her holiday where she intends to spend it alone camping at Mount Fuji. Her solitude ends up being interrupted as someone joins her at her campsite, and the two of them end up bonding through conversation by firelight. Next up, we have Re-Life. As the name suggests, our main character, Arata Kaizaki, has an opportunity to redo his life when a girl from the Re-Life Research Institute offers him a pill that will supposedly change his life for the better. He is then suddenly transformed into a high school student and is told, for research, he needs to attend high school. He has a rather crazy realization when he sees that school isn't exactly how he remembers it. Next up, we have Violet Evergarden. The rather emotionless main character, named Violet Evergarden, yes, it is the same name as the name of the anime, goes through a rather rough life. Her main purpose is to fight in a war, and subsequently, near the end of the war, she is put into hospital after she is injured really badly. After she recovers, she tries to find a way to live in a world where war is the only thing she knows.
愛してるを知りたいのです。
Next we have Handakan. Everyone has experienced at least one misunderstanding throughout their life, whether it's with a friend, family member, or even a stranger. For Sei Handa, his life is clearly full of misunderstandings, where he believes he is the most hated student in his high school, when in actual fact, the so-called bullying is misinterpreted when he is actually borderline worshipped by everyone in the school. First released in July of 2016, we see the comedy of Handakan and how he navigates his life as an outcast. At least that's how he sees it. Next up, we have Barakamon. If you're looking for a really feel-good anime, one where there's a lot of character development, then you probably will enjoy this anime, depicting the transformation of a narcissistic 23-year-old calligrapher who loses his temper and ends up taking some time off on an island, as forced as his so-called holiday is. He learns more there than he ever would have if he stayed in the comfort of Tokyo, and shows us that sometimes all we need for some personal growth is to get away and look at life from a different perspective. Moving on, we have great teacher Onizuka. Don't let the animation fool you. This may be an old anime from June of 1999, but it is still one of the most entertaining slice of life shows you will ever find. The main character, Ichiki Onizuka, has the singular goal of becoming the greatest high school teacher in all of Japan. He soon finds his opportunity to achieve this goal when he is given a teaching position for a class that has gotten rid of all previous teachers by mentally breaking them. However, Onizuka uses all of his abilities to become the great teacher Onizuka. Next up, we have Oregairu, another great character development story that many teenage viewers have been able to relate to since its first episode released in 2013. The main character, Hachiman Hikigaya, is a rather pessimistic person who eventually is put in situations where he is forced to be empathetic towards other students in his high school. そんな当たり前のことを許容できない自分が俺は自分が好きだ今まで自分のことを嫌いだと思ったことな見てたのかしらごめん危ない今のが波の男子だったらうっかり好きになってるレベル引きがや少し黙れよ Next up, we have March comes in like a lion. Moving into an apartment on his own to get away from the stressful life he lives, 17-year-old Rei Kiriyama eventually becomes a recluse, and his general health goes downhill as he seems to exist simply out of habit. That is, until a group of sisters help him overcome the challenges he faces and builds him back up from basically nothing. Lasting 2 seasons with 22 episodes per season, there is a 3rd season expected sometime in 2021. And with that, we have come to the end of today's video. And if you like this video, why not subscribe to the channel and enable notifications to be notified when a new video comes out. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
前に